Hey, it's Chris from Northern Scales Reptiles. I haven't made a video in a while, and this is why. We have our fish section, but there's no fish stuff. We have our other fish section. There's no fish stuff. We have our fish tanks. They're almost empty. We have all of our other reptile stuff all throughout the store. And we got a big ass hole in our wall. We decided that we were going to expand the store, put all over here a ton of fish tanks. All over here, a ton of fish supplies. All freshwater, saltwater, and brackish, because brackish are badass. And if you're a nerd like reptile people are, you gotta have brackish if you're gonna have freshwater and saltwater. What would bind the two? We are also gonna have a small animal section, small animal, double negative, a big animal section, like gerbils, big gerbils, and everything over here will just be reptiles. That will actually be dinosaurs, because I have always thought it would be really rad to be able to go to a store and see fossils, and it's always kind of annoyed me that you can't, so now you can, in a minute when I get them. Sorry, it's dark. I'm here before open. It's early spring, so we've got a lot of empty cages. I'm so excited. This video also serves another purpose, and that is I'm so tired of doing renovations and then finding that I have no original pictures of what it looked like before everything got in there and it all got put together. So kind of benefits me in the future too. Stay tuned, there's more. All right, pardon the bad lighting. This is going to be our walkthrough educational facility. I have some pretty cool stuff in here, like my little turtle pond, couple geckos, my lychee. That cage is super messy. I don't know what he did. You know how geckos are. You clean the cage, you feed them, and those two things don't go together well. They'll destroy the cage just to spite you, which is kind of fun. And then my sulcata tortoise nighttime pen. Over here, wish these lights were on. I should have made this video later, but I'm kind of busy. This is my dart frog enclosure setup. I have my yellow anaconda, young one, yellow or Asian water monitor, centralian python, false water cobra, Amazon tree boa, little gecko breeding and isopod breeding room. And I know that probably seemed like enough work, but I also own a piercing studio, and that piercing studio is moving to the same building that my pet store is in right now. So I've got a big open space that I have to fill up with stuff, including in here. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I know body piercing sounds like kind of a cool thing to a lot of people. I'm kind of over it personally. I'm wearing the shirt because I have to work there later today at my other storefront, but I am a little tired of this job. I'd much rather go hang out with animals all day. As it turns out, I'm much more of a animal person than a people person. So if all of this seems insane to do at one time, that's because it is. On top of that, it's been my goal to leave the piercing industry and start working pretty much full force in this type of industry. And the one thing that I have wanted to do more than anything is work at the Expos and things like that. I actually got to do my first expo. I did a Iron Mountain Exotic Pet Expo last weekend, and it was a blast. I had my first kind of run my own booth experience after going to a ton of different expos throughout many years, and helping other people at them too, to kind of get an idea of what they do and what works out well. I think it went really well, actually. It was a small town, and it was their first expo, smaller than the town that I live in, right on the Wisconsin border, Iron Mountain, and at a place that they had done expos and things like that before, so they were able to generate more people than I expected, and I think we had a turnout of about 700 people. Made some sales, actually, which is pretty cool. Minor detail, though. I really wanted to just test the waters and see what would work and what wouldn't, but it did. So I'm ready to go forward with more expos, I think, and kind of learn as I go and grow as I go. and keep fine-tuning it and making it better than before. So it's kind of a lot to do all at one time, so I haven't made a lot of videos. Haven't been doing much except this, honestly, 7 days a week. Kind of pushing forward as much as possible. There's going to be a lot more changes in the very near future. I'm not the type of person that sits around at all, so if you were to come here tomorrow, there will be more in here, different look out here. Next week, be a completely different, the walls might be a different color, but God, I hope not. Please stay tuned, keep following me. I know this is kind of a boring video. There's not much to it except the store details and stuff, but if you haven't been here before and you're in Marquette, traveling or visiting, please feel free to stop by. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys around.